Okay, I'm happy that I'm not gonna see you guys anymore. And you know what? I didn't marry. I'm not going to marry you guys. I'm marrying Biniyam.
It's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Ari and Bini have been on the show like 5 times, and their segment has never been more exciting than this present season. To summarize their story for everyone that's not familiar with this couple, Ari had an ex-boyfriend named Leandro, who she was madly in love with, and they were together for a long time. However, he didn't want to have children, and she did. So they end up breaking up. She goes on a trip to find herself and volunteer in Africa. There she meets Bini and gets knocked up by Bini, and now they have a kid together, and they are forced to make this marriage work. Oh my god! After living in Ethiopia the past couple seasons, this couple decided for this season that they're ready to take that next step and move to America. However, before they leave to America, Bini throws a party for friends and family to celebrate his new music video, Dancey Dancey. The song's okay, but the music video is fire. It has around 500k views on YouTube, and it's heavily influenced from French Montana's Unforgettable. Unforgettable's a classic, I don't care what anybody says. So at this party, to celebrate Bini's music video and his many accomplishments, they do a champagne toast, everybody drinks and has a great time. However, his family isn't aware that in a couple of days he's going to be moving to the United States with Ari.
This isn't going over so well.
So at this party, Bini finally tells his sisters that he's leaving to America in a couple of days, and they're so mad, like, why didn't you tell us sooner, Bini? But they don't even yell at Bini about this, they actually yell at Ari about it. Ari always manipulates and controls Bini. If this is true, man must like being controlled because he's 32 years old. And for background info on this couple's always struggled with trust issues because Ari seems to still be in love with her ex. Meanwhile, Bini has been accused of cheating on Ari multiple times with multiple partners. His sisters go on to say, Bini always comes to us and tells us he's not happy, so we're afraid of what's going to happen when he comes to the United States. That seems manipulative on Bini's part, that whenever he encounters problems with his partner, he goes and runs over to his sisters to complain about it so that they can pick a fight with his partner and not him. I feel like that's a private conversation that he should have with Ari and work out a lot of these issues. There's no reason to involve family. Like, obviously, if you tell your sisters you're not happy in a relationship, your sisters are going to try to protect you in that relationship. It's almost like Bini wants to punish Ari and have his sisters fight his battles for him.
I only understand about 30% of what they're saying, but it's total bull. No, him not telling you guys has nothing to do with me.
This is especially messed up because earlier Ari mentioned to Bini numerous times that he should tell his family that they're moving to the United States, and Bini really dragged his feet telling his family, so that's on him, not on her. Before we continue reviewing this dog water couple on the show, I'd like to tell you about today's video sponsor, Storyngton Hall. Storyngton Hall is a fun and easy free-to-play puzzle game. This game is available on iOS and Android mobile devices, and it's super addicting. While playing this very interactive mystery game, you will piece together clues about the main character, Jane. Jane faces countless betrayals, is courted by many suitors, and uncovers the many secrets of her peers. In this game, you have your own mansion, and each room in the mansion can be decorated to your unique aesthetic. So if you're interested in interior design like I am, this is the perfect game for you. You can also throw extravagant parties like the Great Gatsby and customize the outfits and the hairstyles of the characters. Each outfit is also complemented by a matching hairstyle and jewelry. I usually play this game at night when I'm trying to turn my brain off and unwind from editing videos. There's this cocky NPC in the game called David Stylette, and I make it a point to have the best mansion and throw the best parties because I want to stun on this dude because he's so arrogant. If y'all want to play Storyngton Hall together, make sure to use my link in the bio of this video or scan the QR code on screen and get a bonus for new players. You get 6 hours of unlimited life, which is immensely helpful when you're playing this game. A bad habit of Bini's is to avoid confrontation, and then the issue turns into a bigger issue later on.
I would never tell him not to tell his family. That would be so up on so many levels. I would never do that.
But you're also our family, you should tell us.
You guys are my family, I know, but you know, sometimes...
We are family, but you say something.
Man wants to be an MMA fighter, but doesn't have enough cojones to stand up for his woman and what's right. Oh shit! Bini's sister then tells Ari that we always treated you like a sister, like trying to paint the picture like they've been really nice to Ari, and Ari straight up says no you haven't, because they've been treating her like dog water since she touched down Ethiopia. When Bini's sisters are yelling at Ari, she stands her ground and basically says, I'm not marrying you, I'm marrying Bini, so I feel like this is an inappropriate conversation. Next thing you know, she catches a wine glass to the face. Bini's sister actually threw a wine glass directly in her face, and she handles it like a champ. She says, this is the first time that anyone's thrown a drink at me. This is really uncomfortable and she like kind of chuckles and laughs it off. Bini's sister storms out and Bini just sits there and doesn't say anything to like reprimand his sister. He doesn't say anything to stick up for Ari. He just watches this all happen. And Ari's not perfect in any way, shape, or form. She's done a lot of shady things in the past. For example, having her ex Leandro live with her and Bini in Ethiopia. That was the weirdest thing ever. But even though Ari's done a lot of sus things in the past, Bini has also done sus things in the past, and him involving his sisters in their dispute is puss energy. This is actually a reoccurring thing for their segment. Bini's whole family coddles him, and he's 32 years old and a father of 2, so at this age, I don't really think he needs to be coddled. And it's also a reoccurring thing for them to always treat Ari like she's a puppet master and she's controlling Bini, but Bini chooses this.
He's super dumb.
When she threw the wine glass in Ari's face, I didn't expect it because she said earlier, we didn't come here to fight.
We're not here to fight.
Stop the cap.
Ari's relationship with her sister-in-laws is absolute trash at this point. She doesn't even want to see them before they leave to America, which I mean is fair. She did throw wine in her face. When the lovely couple arrives in America, they are greeted by Ari's family. Ari's family situation is basically she comes from money. Her dad is a doctor, and a lot of the fans don't like her because she seems like she's never had a job in her entire life and she ran out of money. And a lot of people are really struggling to wrap their heads around the concept of them not having any money when they've been on the show for like 5 seasons. In fact, upon arrival to the United States, Ari is informed by her parents that they already got her a lease.
You got a year lease. I put the down payment, the security deposit, and the first month's rent. So that's already paid. I got the cable hooked up with the fast Wi-Fi, the electricity all set up.
I don't know about y'all, but this feels like the parents sending off their kids to college. These people are 30 years old. Like, they should have their finances in order. If they were living in Ethiopia where the rent is not expensive and life is not expensive in general, they should have some money saved for this move to the United States. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Bini then says to the parents that hopefully he can get a job in the United States when he's finally allowed to work and help out with the payments, and thank you so much for this opportunity.
If I had come here myself first, I definitely would have gotten a cheaper apartment and not, this is a big stress on us right away, getting the 2-bedroom, the expensive apartment in an expensive place with the expensive cable and everything, and then telling us, oh, by the way, then you have to pay for all of it. So get a job really fast. I mean, we have no idea what the future holds.
Grow up.
Okay, but does anyone else find it weird that at 31 years of age, she's not competent enough to find her own place in her home country and get a job and actually build a plan before moving back to the United States? From Ari's lack of competency and ambition, it just seems like she's lived a very privileged life.
I don't know what kind of job I'm going to be able to get. And he can't work for at least 90 days until he gets his work permit. So that's another stressful thing.
I think she should be grateful that her parents are willing to do this and cover her rent for a lot of months and help them out in the United States when they're in their 30s. And it also doesn't make sense because Ari used to look like this. So she has enough money for cosmetic surgery when a bunch of trolls on the internet drag her for her looks and say she looks like Sid the Sloth, but you don't have any money for rent. See, that's the problem right there. That's what we call a poor financial decision. And you made that decision. Luckily, you have your parents to bail you out, which is a privilege that a lot of people don't have in this country.
I've spent most of my adult life abroad. I never rented an apartment in the US or paid a utility bill in the US. Even I'm from this area, we're both new to this situation, into this life.
The issue with Ari that I'm seeing is that she's the one that should be working, but she doesn't want to work, so she will shift that responsibility onto Biniyam. But Biniyam isn't the one that grew up in America, and his dad isn't a doctor. Ari is. She's the one that has these connections, so I feel like she should be the one that works. It's no different than the Emily and Kobe situation, because Emily's parents raised Emily to be a brat that would always depend on them and not be self-sufficient financially. And I feel like it's a reoccurring theme for this season for the women that are Americans on the show to look at their foreign dude like, you need to pick it up and you need to work hard for this family, which doesn't really make sense if you think about it, because already these guys are taking a financial loss coming to the United States. They can't work here and they have to compete in one of the most competitive job markets.
I told my mom I only want a 1-bedroom, but she insisted that we needed a 2-bedroom. And then you can't tell my mom no.
However, I do agree the smarter choice for the parents would be to get them a studio apartment or a 1-bedroom, an apartment in which they would feel more comfortable making the monthly payments. However, Ari left that entire decision up to her parents, which is something she shouldn't have done.
I have my parents help more than a lot of other people, but it's still not easy,
Understood.
I don't want to stress you out on your first day here, but I'm thinking about it, you know. I want to share my feelings with you.
Bini and Ari's dynamic is very interesting. Bini is the more creative person that works a different job every month, and Ari handles the money. When Bini makes money, he just gives it to Ari, and she admits that at first she really liked being in control of the money, but now she's almost a little resentful because she feels like she has to make all the money decisions.
Generally in our relationship, I handle the money side of things. So when Bini makes any money, he's always giving it to me to handle.
Even though the rent is mad expensive in Jersey, Biniyam dreams of moving to New York.
If you can start living here, what do you think?
You want to live in New York?
Which is not the smartest place to move if you don't have money in the United States, but Bini's been chasing his American dream since day one.
In Ethiopia, we don't have an MMA fighter, but now I move in the US, I get the opportunity for fight. If you dream big one, you can get the dream.
You're so hopeful about the future.
Yeah, one day just I'm a good fighter.
I'm a big MMA fan. I'm fully aware that breaking into the MMA scene at 32 years of age is incredibly hard to do. The safe bet would be for Bini to put his dreams on hold and to ask Ari's father for a job or use that connection to get a job with somebody that he knows from his inner circle. But Bini doesn't want to do that because, like is saying, this man keeps his pride. This dude right here has made up his mind. He's gonna be an MMA fighter. What the haters say. So Bini's grappling with the girl in the gym because they both have fights coming up. It's obviously not a sexual thing. They're trying to put that work in so they're ready for their fights. But Ari sees this and is like, hold my baby. Comes over there like a Karen and starts chewing Bini out in front of his training partner, in front of his coach, saying, you should have told me that you were grappling with a female. I am outraged right now, and throws a whole tantrum about the situation. Bini's trying to calm her down and be like, this isn't a sexual thing. When she's throwing her tantrum, Bini's gasping for air because he was just grappling with this girl, so he's a little bit out of breath, but he tries to explain to Ari that he didn't know he would be grappling with a girl today. The female fighter's name is Melissa, and I think that she handled the situation very well. Ari actually calls her out for wearing makeup. She's like, why are you wearing makeup when you're grappling?
If you have a boyfriend, right? Do you tell him the people that you train with?
I don't have a boyfriend, but let me tell you something. This game, you gotta go with who you gotta go with.
Right, but yeah, you still wear fake eyelashes to the gym.
The disrespect. She did not just say that to this girl. She would not say that if the film crew wasn't there. She would get her ass whooped. This is especially embarrassing and cringe for Ari because she had her ex-husband live with her and her fiance. And she's being all aggressive towards Melissa. It's not her fault. If you have a problem with Bini and him not communicating with you that he was sparring with a woman, take it up with Bini. Like, it's not this girl's fault. She went on to say that Ari seems very insecure. Men train with women all the time. It's equal rights and equal fights. Right now, let's take a look at Bini the morning of his first MMA fight.
If I were you, I would be probably having a nervous breakdown.
Oh, thanks for the reassurance.
What if I tell you I have a bad feeling about this? It's not gonna go the way you think it should go.
Whose side are you on?
I would pray my God. I would pray just this. Don't worry.
Ari, come on, time and place. Your man's mentally preparing to step into a cage with another man and strap. The last thing you should be doing right now is sowing doubts in his mind unless you want to watch your dude get his ass beat.
I'm really nervous right now, in part because of my dad. When we asked him to come, my dad made it very clear that he has no intention to watch any MMA fight. My dad is a doctor.
I can't watch the horrors of a globally recognized sport. Her dad is such a square for this. Are you kidding me with this reaction? You should go and support your son-in-law at his first MMA fight.
I just want to tell you, you know, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to.
I know.
Okay, I get that Ari's worried and nervous. I'm sure it's not easy for the partners of the men and women that step into the cage, but you shouldn't be coming at him with this negative energy right now. You should be watching Warrior or do a guided meditation to help him relax. Something productive.
Like, I need to house.
What if I ask you not to fight tonight?
Don't ask me this question. Okay?
Bini's staying positive, trying to manifest victory right now. He's not planning on running away. Y'all don't know what this man has been through for a year. About a year ago, I made a shocking discovery. If you type in Bini's name on YouTube, a wedding video pops up. The wedding video is titled Biniyam plus Bree Wedding Highlights, and this video has close to 1 million views, you guys. This is Bini's ex-wife, Bria. She made this video of their wedding. This video features everything from young lovers smiling to a whole ass Cirque du Soleil flips and shit. So this girl and Bini obviously didn't work out. In fact, she took to social media after their breakup, which was really messy, and said that he was a user and only wanted to be with her for a green card. And she actually kept their kid that they had together and won't allow Bini to see his son. And that's really the saddest part about these dysfunctional relationships. The real victim is always the child. So Bini has a child with this woman that he's never met in real life, and about a year ago, she redid her wedding video with a different dude. Rhea plus Cameron, wedding highlights, Danville, Iowa. Guys, that is Bini's son right there, and this Cameron guy's adjusting his tie, basically saying, I'm this kid's father, not you, Bini. Yo, that is the most savage shit I've ever seen in my life. I cannot believe the pettiness of this woman to just recreate the same wedding video with another dude with Bini's kid in the video in the first 30 seconds. I haven't seen Bini talk about this video on social media, but there's no way he hasn't seen this video. So this man has bit his tongue and sat with this for about a year. He's got a lot of pain and anger to unleash in the ring. Bini's on his Mortal Kombat shit right now because he started off the fight with a flying kick. They're swinging wildly. It's a dogfight, ladies and gentlemen. Ari's covering her eyes. She doesn't want to see her man get hurt. Big strikes, big kicks. Bini takes him down. Oh, he's got the rear naked choke, tightening his grip. Oh, he should be wrapping his legs around the stomach, but he's not doing that. Okay, it's okay. Amazingly enough, the fight only lasts about 30 seconds, and Bini gets the guy in a rear naked choke, and everybody's hyping the room. Even though Bini's opponent looked like a retired skateboarder and didn't seem like he knew how to fight really, Bini won, and he set that goal for himself. He achieved it, and there's something really cool about seeing somebody achieve their dream and achieve their goal. This is the most invested I've ever been in Ari and Bini's storyline. I'm very excited to see where this goes. I hope that they can figure their shit out and make money and actually keep the money and not spend all the money on lip filler. They got a lot to figure out. The good news is that Ari's family is wealthy and they have stability here in the US as long as they keep relying on her parents. So I wish them the best of luck, and I'm gonna keep making update videos about this couple and all the couples on the show. Don't forget to download Storyngton Hall and learn what it takes to embody true nobility while having a lot of fun. Guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Comment below, subscribe. Let's be friends. Follow me on Twitch and on Instagram right now.